Very warm welcome back, everyone. So, in the past few weeks, right, we have been working with our Node.js and Node.js Express and MongoDB project, and we have been dealing with the real database, a real MongoDB. Now, today's lecture is extension of it, but we will dive deeper into MongoDB. It will be about Node.js as well, but the bigger focus will be on MongoDB. So if you guys remember, in our class, we have used MongoDB, uh, Cloud MongoDB, MongoDB to sort of uh, host our database instead of directly hosting the database ourselves. So we are using the Atlas service. In Atlas, we can go and browse our collection. And if you see, this is our e-commerce database that we have been uh, working with, which is product ID, name. I have added couple of more properties to better highlight the today's session. So let's first look at how our tables columns look like, right? So how our collections look like, records in collections. Uh, we can always validate by going to our model, the MongoDB model that we learned, Mongo's model that we learned last week. So we have product ID, we have product name, we have price, and we have description. So this all these things we had from the last lecture. I added two more, brand name and discount. So each product will have a brand name as well. Let's say they are from Apple or Samsung or something like that. And if are there any running discounts on the price? Two more information. Now going back to our MongoDB, uh, you can see we are seeing our items here. So this is product one with the name product one. Brand name is IKEA. There's a description, there's a discount, and there is a price. Similarly, we have so many other products, and we could get all the products in our Node.js project by going to this API route and giving this API. Uh, I have modified some code, but let me reward my modification. And we could get all the products. So first and foremost, and we will do the exact same thing with our Node.js code as well, but I want you guys to understand how you can filter and query the data in MongoDB. So in MongoDB to filter the data, all you have to pass is an object, a JavaScript like JSON object, JSON looking object, and let's say you want a product by name, product 2. So all you say, give me a product with name as product 2. And now I'm getting only one product back. We have been using this pattern in our code, but not for name, but we have been using it for our product ID. So if I go to my code and see the line 17, I'm saying give me a product by product ID, which is the past ID from the query parameters. So what going really quickly back, this is our query parameter P10. So give me product by 10. But even before you have built your code, if you want to verify your database, and this is going to be really, really important for you guys to understand that how to deal with that database directly instead of always relying on API. So we could always say the same thing here, product. ID, for ID, you need to be careful about the name. So let's say P3, and we would get product 3, and it's from the Sony. So this is basic filtering of database rows or collection records, as we call it in MongoDB, using passing a JSON looking object. So that's the basic first concept where we pass today's first concept where we pass was just the product. Very similarly, instead of full name, we can pass a regex as well. What is regex? It's a regular expression. So we are telling MongoDB, give me a product where name looks like product one. Let me first run the query. And if you see, we are getting 1, then product 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Because if you look at carefully, product 10 also has product 1. Product 11 has also in its name product uh, uh, 1. So this way I'm doing a bigger search by this phrase. Whichever product has a name which matches this phrase will have its data returned here. And there's a conscious effort that I'm doing here to do all of this in MongoDB Atlas so you guys are more familiar doing this kind of activities when somebody just hands you database. Uh, you will, before you start building your APIs and Node.js code, you will be working with the data first. You will be understanding the data. You will be running all kinds of queries on the data and then jumping to Node.js code. Uh, Moving on. So let's say we had a similar thing, right? Product ID, and we say P1. So give me all the products which match the product ID P1, right? Now if you see, we still get the same all products because all of them have P1 in their name common. Now, once you have built your query and you have verified your results, you could simply take your query from here and put it in your code. That way you would be, let's say we are modifying our product by ID. I don't want to modify the existing code, but I'll put this as a separate commented stuff. You take the entire phrase that we got from there and paste it in the object that we are passing. Now let's see what happens. We are saying, give me a product by product ID 1. Did you see? Yes. Oh, P1. Looks like it's matching this one correctly. Let's go back to regex P1. So never mind. In the code, well, I'll check it out why this is not working. This should work, but moving on to our next pattern. This is regex. Now, here, let's first look at our product by ID. My compass go. Name, and let me remove this part. So if I see I have two products by name uh, 10 and 10. One is from Samsung and one is from Apple. Both have different product IDs, but uh, product IDs, but both have uh, different brand names as well. So how could you get the product which is named 10 and brand name Samsung? Well, it's easy. All you have to do is instead of passing one parameter, you have to pass uh, okay, brand name Samsung. So this is a premium version of the. Now we are getting exactly the Samsung's product instead of both Apple and Apple and the Samsung. This way you can do multiple chainings of query parameters while querying your data. I'll pause here for 5 seconds. Any confusion? Okay. So moving on. So this is a simple extension of previous stuff. We'll look at limits in real uh, in in some time. Let me remove the queries. So all the products have a discount. We want to find products with we want to order our items by discount. So we can look at which products have more discount and which products have less discount. So all you have to do is after passing your query object, in our case it's empty, but you could have had anything anything like this, like a product name or something before. Let's just first do this, and I think sort also doesn't work here. Yeah, so actually, so this in reality, what I have done is, if I can do this, take it here probably. So there's another tool that I like to use, and you guys are not really required to use it, but I recommend. This is free. Is something called Studio 3T. It used to be called MongoDB Compass before, but it provides the graphical interface for working with data. And you will see this kind of a tool being used in a company that you will be working. So there are multiple such tools available. This is one is very famous for MongoDB. Uh, and I'll send you guys other names as well, but you should be at least in my view, and this is not requirement for the course or anything, but you guys in my view should be familiar with one of the this kind of a database checking tool. So this tool here you can write the full query and get the details. So let's grab our projects first. And it tells you it has nice code like structure. So now we can look at if our query is correct or not. And we can do the product ID thing now. And just click this button You could execute multiple queries here, and this provides you the nice view to sort of see in table and JSON. But so moving on to our topic of limit, right? So let's remove the query parameter. And I encourage you, but it's not mandatory. Again, I say don't take pressure that you must learn Studio 3D. But it's good if you do. It will really help you once you are out in the industry in actual jobs. So the limit, and I say give me all the products, but I just want the first three products, and we'll do the sorting as well here very quickly. So now I'm getting top three products, but and then uh, you could have the limit anything, 5 or 10. This is simple, straightforward. Uh, but sort is very important. So dot sort, and we are saying sort on product discount. Let me get this one started with those alphabet. Discount one. So I'll explain you what this one means real quick. Now I ordered my products, and let me make this bigger. If you guys see, I got all my 21 products back, but their orders are different. And if you see the discount, the lowest discounts are first and increasingly ordered, highest discounts are bottom. Sometimes this is beneficial, but not all the times. You ideally want to see the discount, which products which have highest discount, so you can buy them on cheaper price. For that, you can pass this parameter as -1, and this gives you the product sorted by discount in descending order. And now the highest discounted products are on top, and then it flows down. Any confusions on sort specifically? Limit is very straightforward, I understand. You just want to see only two or three products, but sort is very important concept. Now I'll tell you the role of limit as well. No confusion. So let's go back to our limit example. Before that, I want you guys to see the full database data. We have product 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till again this is product 10, but its ID is P10. So ignore the last product. This was added for Samsung and Apple comparison. Uh, so we have this many products. I want just first five, P1 to P5. So I say limit 5. But what if I wanted next 5? I believe it's offset. Uh, MongoDB offset. Whenever you forget anything. It's always good to have. I need to skip that. It's important to know all of these concepts from MongoDB perspective than into the just the code Node.js perspective. So if I say skip first 5 products and then give me the last 5 products, what we are doing here is we are building a pagination. Pagination is an important concept in backend programming because ideally you don't want to send all your data into the UI. For example, you are on Instagram or any other social media, right? Or YouTube or anything. Not all the videos that you see in your feed are loaded at once. As you scroll down, more and more videos get loaded, more and more content get loaded. That is a classic case of uh, pagination. So to enable pagination in Node.js project and with MongoDB, we have to use functions skip and limit. Any confusions on pagination? If you guys want me to explain, I'll explain again. But pagination is one thing that if you guys, especially applying for junior or mid-level Node.js positions, it's a very likely interview question. So I can re-explain and go over again if you guys want. I'll give you guys a few seconds to think of any questions you might have. So moving on, let's so till this point we have done a string-like operation in our query. So what do I mean by that is we have said a string product name and give me a product which is named product one. Product two, I make a mistake. You could build a just me. You could build multi-line queries like this in this tool. So that's why I like this interface so very much. Uh, you can see it clearly. Now we can also search on numbers as well and filter on numbers. So what do I mean? If you see the price of products, right? 96, 323, 60, 67. I want all the products whose price is less than $100. So all I have to do is dollar LT, LT for less than uh, price and this is bracket, I believe. LT 100, less than 100. Give me all the products which have price less than 100. And now I see 96, 67, 84. So these 5 products have price less than 100. Similarly, we could do greater than 100. Or very similarly, we could do price greater than or equal to a sum. So if you want to be inclusive of 100, then greater than or equal to GTE 100. So there is no product of 151, but let me take this example of 151. So let's take 151. So give me all the products which are greater than or equal to 151. If I use GTE, it gives me the 151 as well, product 7. But if I use just GT, it will ignore. Product 7 is not there because it's right on the border. Similarly, with the less than as well, LT, you could do that. But 151 will not be there. But we can do LTA, LTE, not LTA. And 151 gets included product with the price. So that's our 6 or 7 query things. Now coming back to our Node.js, but coming back to our Node.js, you could uh, pretty much do any of these operations that we see here: filtering, sorting, uh, price, price less than 100, price greater than 100. You could do any of that in our API. So if we go to our product routes, get all the products by ID, get all products. Let's add another route. Get all products by ID, product and uh, it's a sort by discount. So I want all the products which are sorted by discount. Let's go here, and we have to update our product controller. Let's get product sorted by discount. Let's export this. I whenever I export, I go to the immediately that main file and update as well, so that I don't forget. But you guys are free to uh, choose as you like. So now let's update our logic. So we want to find all the product. So let's take the query product dot find and no query here dot sort, similar logic that we did, and here discount and -1. So this is coming from our example where we want to find the products who are the most highest discount available. So let's go and look at our route. So we added a new route, sort by discount. Let's call that one. Let me duplicate this. And if you see our response now in Postman, we have the highest discounted products listed on top, and then lowest discount products listed at the bottom. Let me go back again on the top. So what does uh, what what am I meaning to show you guys is, first build your queries outside the code base, outside the actual Node.js code. It will make your life easy. Use a tool like Studio 3T or directly inside the MongoDB Atlas, wherever you feel comfortable, and build your queries there, and then carry over that code in Node.js. That will make your life easy. There is no rule like this. You could have coded like this from beginning, and there's no stopping. But there is a, I mean, you guys feel free to choose whatever path you like. I particularly like to build my queries first and then add it in the code. So, any questions on this? Studio City is free if you guys want. I'll send you a few more names if you guys like uh, for this kind of database management tool. And if you guys have no questions, that concludes the topics we want to cover today. We covered a lot of things: filtering, uh, filtering by regex, filtering by double items, one or more attributes, limit, offset, then sort, then greater than or equal on numbers. So that sort of is what I want to cover. So I'll stop sharing here and stop recording.